break that.
Bet I can.
Welcome to the Mirror Review.
Should have brought your ass home last night.
Let me bring it in just like that. Tune into the motherfucker, tune into the motherfucker.
Make it make sense, you lying ass bitch. I'm getting sick and tired of
Mirror
you lying
Review.
assholes getting on this app. Dang it.
To the Mirror Review. It's about to be epic. Review, y'all. Tune in. It's about to be epic.
Yeah, what y'all doing?
Nothing.
No, seriously though. Epic. You dig you. I'm Aaron 5000. You. Oh, now. Welcome to the Mirror Review.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to you.
Yeah.
I am your
What's up, everybody? I'm your host,
Morning.
and I am your host, Elvin. This is the platform that we choose, not the one that we use.
and welcome back to the Mail Review. I am your host, Cordero.
What's up, everybody? I'm your host, King.
All right, and we have our handsome guest co-host over there, Tay.
Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm Tay.
All right. I hope everyone had a great weekend as I did. I pretty much was kind of a little restless, did a little bit of working, but didn't do too much. How was everybody else's weekend?
I slept.
That's good. That's good.
Real
That's
good. Real good.
good.
I slept
I'm
real
with you on
good
that.
after all the little stuff I've heard, but I slept good.
All right. Ebony,
I'm great. Can y'all hear me now?
we can hear you.
Hey, Albany!
Well, since we started off a little rough, I am Albany, your host, and this is the platform that we choose, not the only one that we could use. How y'all doing?
Oh, doing great.
If you gonna come
Anyone
back,
else
come
want to
back
share
right.
how they? Sorry. Anyone
I
else
said, if
want to
you're gonna
share
come
how
back,
they
you better come
weekend?
back right.
Tay, how was your weekend?
Oh, my weekend is actually phenomenal. Did a couple of things this weekend, so yeah, got a few things that's happening.
All right. Well, let's move right along to our toast of the night. Clink, clink.
I see everybody want to come in here with glasses.
All right. So let's move right along to our first topic of the day. So, as you all know, Beyonce broke the internet yet again right after the big infamous Super Bowl
Hey, Kuna.
with not an R&B song, but a country song.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yes. What are you guys' opinion on this country song? Me, I actually listened to it. I'm not really a country fan, but I will listen to some country in it. I like it. I can get down with it.
You know what? I will say for the Beehive, for the girls, I will give y'all coins because Texas Hold'em, which is one of the new songs that she released after the Kansas City Chiefs won the Super Bowl, but we're not gonna get into that just yet. But that is which one of the songs that she released, which Texas Hold'em has a dance to it and it's actually kind of catchy. Now you know these new dances that these kids are making. It do take a long time for a bitch to learn them. But girl, don't worry, bitch gonna get that one. I'm gonna get it.
Yeah, see, myself, this ain't new for me. I'm from the country. I'm from the South. I got a cousin that train horses and do rodeos and things. But this ain't new for Beyonce neither. Like people think that it's something new, but I'm like, people who are true Beyonce fans know. I'm talking about if you reach back to the writings on the wall in Sweet 16, you couldn't tell old Jackie nothing. Okay.
Yeah.
If you a true Beyonce fan, you know that she has dibbled and dabbled in the country, honey. People, I think they're talking about the one that was off of Lemonade. They was talking about daddy issue, but I'm like, yeah, but that wasn't the first time, honey. But when she said you couldn't, what was that, Latavia in the beginning? You couldn't tell old Jack and nothing on Sweet 16. I said, that was the beginning of them country roots. And don't forget about Sell On Down the Line. That was a little bit country, too.
Okay, okay.
So what I'm hearing from you basically is saying this old hey down, hold down ain't been nothing new to her.
Ain't been nothing new. Ain't
Ah,
Oh
it
okay.
ain't. But
Okay.
it take a true Beyonce fan to know what's going on, honey. And
Okay.
I'm
See,
excited.
there you go with this shady ass shit. This episode, don't start that shit. We
What do
ain't
you
even got
mean?
in it yet.
What do
and
you mean?
she only dropped what, two songs? Do y'all think it's gonna be more coming?
Oh,
I
she's
think
definitely, it's
it's a
definitely
whole
gonna be
album.
more. She's doing a
Yeah,
whole album for her. It's definitely
Okay,
yeah.
coming.
okay.
Of
And
course.
then not only now that she's doing these country and she's having these like these country outfits, the cowboy hats and stuff, she literally gonna be having them go to the concert in cowboy outfits now.
I mean,
That's what
yeah.
she do.
But
I
that,
already done
but
called my cousin, told him help me pick out my cowboy boots. Mm.
I've
I went
but
to
always
the
wanted
that's
a
first.
pair.
expected though. That's expected though, because think about what she just did for her prior tour.
Right.
And everybody started wearing the silver, and everybody did it for her birthday, and they was doing it all the time coming to the concert. So absolutely, and that's just gonna be a whole different turn. Everybody showing up with their country outfits. Yeah, yeah.
Correct. Correct.
Now
Oh
Y'all,
my God.
now I'm just gonna say one thing. Now,
y'all know
Tay,
I'm
I'm
country.
getting a
Look at my
little
background.
jealous. I'm getting a little jealous because in the comments, I just see the comments. Hey Tay, hey Tay. Now wait a minute, now baby. Now wait a minute, now baby.
Now
You
wait a
just
minute,
get
King, because
me.
usually it's you down there about, hey, King, we don't never get jealous of you. Grow up,
Well,
baby.
y'all know. Now y'all know I'm a little jealous girl, but I must say hey to my DeVille family that's watching. Hey y'all.
Now hold on, King. Now didn't Ebony just tell you what they said back on the writings on the wall? Slow down. All
Oh.
right.
Ah!
Oh, oh, y'all want to be shady tonight? Okay, okay, come on.
But for y'all that came in, thank you. Showing some shout out love. I definitely appreciate it.
Babe, Tay
But you
said,
know what, Ebony, going back to what you was just talking about, even with Beyonce, with the whole country thing, think about the other song that she did on the other album called Daddy's Lesson.
yeah, Daddy,
That
yeah.
one too. So she tried to start doing it. She was getting a lot of backlash with that as well, which explains her look at the Grammys. People didn't understand why she was looking like that.
Baby, I didn't know what it was, but I know it was a sign, and I said, I don't know what's going on, but it's in the water, baby. Something going on, and I was waiting on it. I just didn't know what it was. I said, because
So,
Beyonce ain't never showed up to the Grammys like that.
do y'all feel like she could have possibly waited to after maybe the Super Bowl, or it didn't even matter
It
because she
wouldn't be
Beyonce?
Beyonce if she
It wouldn't
waited.
matter.
You know what? I agree
It
with
wouldn't be
Ebony.
Beyonce though.
It wouldn't be Beyonce if she didn't do it like that.
Yeah, she
Baby,
likes the gag up.
she didn't give Usher no time to shine.
Baby, because it wasn't about him. Yes, he took his shirt off. He flaunted out his good old fine oiled up chest. But baby, when the Beehive dropped that commercial for Verizon's network, everything that happened with Usher went all out the window, baby. Because Beyonce had opened up the Beehive, and the Beehive got the bees got the flourishing. They got to making that good old sweet honey. And she dropped them two songs, and they was like, what Usher who?
Hang on, King. What was they making?
Girl, sweet. B, honey.
I love
All
it.
right. Wow. All
And
right.
fun fact, even with Beyonce, fun fact, during the Super Bowl time, her commercial was actually the most that was showed throughout that night.
You know what? I'm agree with you there. Her commercial was shown the entire Super Bowl, and even now after the Super Bowl was over,
Mhm.
her commercial still being shown. So Verizon Network, y'all must have paid a good coin because Miss B don't play about her coin.
Definitely.
All
And then,
right.
hey, it is what it is, because, baby, let me tell you something about Miss Beyonce. It don't take much. And she was sitting up there in that seat texting, and I said, now she low down. She sitting up there in that seat just looking down like she ain't done nothing and she done made the world. Baby. But it is.
No,
But you know
no one
what?
knew them. No one
Guess
knew
what
them
else?
people was gonna hide them cameras all up on her phone just to see what she was doing. Smart girl, smart
Guess
girl.
what else though? She actually they asked her to do the tribute to Fantasia. I mean to Tina Turner to do it.
Mm.
Mm.
And she wasn't nope. She turned that down and that's how Fantasia ended up doing the tribute to Tina Turner.
She probably would have did a better job though, but
But
yeah.
think about it, she even like she showed up fashionably late at the Grammys.
I think it's because she probably turned it down because she done it before. Like
She has done it before, right? Yeah, she
but
did.
I done it when Tina was alive. So
Mm-hmm.
Right.
let
Right.
True.
somebody else do it.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Agree.
Right. Well,
Mhm.
it is what it is on Beyonce for now. So, our next topic is Monique again back in the news with her son. Hopefully, I'm saying his name correct. Correct me if I'm saying his name wrong. Shalom.
Shalon.
Shalom. Shalom.
Yeah.
Uh, back in the news with him, going back and forth with her own biological son. Um, it's so much about that I can like really talk about. But how do you guys feel about it first? I'm gonna just let y'all go. Now I'll let y'all. I'll say what I gotta say about
I mean, okay, well, I'll jump right in. So to the point to where she actually mentioned something about this a long, like years ago, and I believe it was on the David Banner show, and she was talking about how she had a conversation with her son, and which by the way is her oldest son, and she was just pretty much saying that at that time she wanted fame. She chose fame, and she said she had that conversation. So for Shalon, his thing was you just gonna keep showering me with gifts and think it's gonna be okay, apologetically. But with Monique, now she did say that when they had that conversation, she did say I wasn't ready to be a mother at that time. And a lot of those things, like, I relate to Shalon in a lot of little ways, with it. But I mean, at the same time, with me personally, if you threw your apology out there, y'all had that conversation, you can't dismiss his feelings. And I see that she did come back, but everything you do, you don't have to keep coming back to him sharing his feelings, because then it's gonna look like what you still being combative. Y'all going back and forth with me. So if you're okay with me explaining my feelings, then let me have that.
it. Absolutely correct. But then she brought him out. She pretty much talked about him on on her interviews. So I feel like yeah, he had a right to kind of like clear his name where he's at. She did it. She brought it out there.
Well, now, yes, she talked about it, but Shay Shay brought it up, and so she answered the question. I felt
Mhm.
like maybe she should have avoided the question, or just been like, "Oh yeah, no, I'm not gonna talk about that. That's family issues, and we're gonna leave that where it is."
Absolutely, absolutely.
But I feel what I feel about this situation is that you know how sometimes you just need to leave some discussions at the dinner table
Yeah,
because I don't feel like you should air out your dirty laundry with your son and you fix it between y'all. You don't hear Will Smith out here talking about Trey like that.
I love what you said when you said fix it between y'all. I feel like it should be more mama and son, not Sydney mama and son.
Well,
Sydney,
he's very much a part of it too now.
he's a part of it, but that's not his. I feel like that's not his biological
Ooh, don't do
father.
that. Ooh, don't do that.
And when they was having it, when they was doing the interview, I feel like he had more to say than Monique had to say.
He did because there's probably some animosity there, but that's why he should have been quiet. But the reason I said don't do that is because even though that's not his biological son, Sidney has been around, and like he said, I'm not. I think he understands a certain respect factor because he did say, "I'm not your father, I'm your uncle," because there was a relationship there prior to, you know what I'm saying, us getting
Mhm.
married. And so I think that's what some confusion comes in too. Is like y'all shook this boy world up by you being her best friend, and now you her husband. And you know, I like I said, it's a dynamic. It's too. I'll put it like this: it's too much missing from the story
It
for
is.
me to even make a synopsis of what's going on.
Forget
Absolutely.
her husband. That's her daddy.
I mean,
And that's what she said.
That's what she say. You know,
I
that's
mean,
my
but
daddy.
that's between her. Because I mean, and it's not even that. Well, I'm not even making fun of it because my father used to call my mom mama. So I understand the term of endurement. People are making fun of it, but I'm like, you might call your husband something. I don't think that you should call him, but that ain't got nothing to do with me. I think people just too far and forbidden. If she want to call her husband daddy, please let her call her husband. That ain't got nothing to do with me.
Okay.
That's just like folks saying it's just like saying why two men together. That ain't got nothing to do with you, baby. What? Don't come over here.
But
Mind.
see,
Absolutely.
but see, with that though, because when Monique and Sydney, when they responded back to Shalon though, because Shalon was saying the whole daddy situation, Monique felt as if she had to go back and try to defend that. But I don't think he was saying it as in, a bad thing. So why does she always feel as if she had to defend that when he said it? That's what she called him. So what's wrong with him saying it?
Because I get it because you saying it in a negative. You saying it to be funny. Like you saying that's it. I mean, you
Okay,
saying
you
it
know
to be
what?
funny.
I can't hold it no more. I've been sitting here. I done drank two. I'm gonna call it as it see it. I seen bad boys say I call bullshit. I've been calling bullshit since it started. First of all, in my eyes, I'm not calling another man daddy. That's not my daddy. First off.
You're also
Second of all, he should have minded his own fucking business because it had nothing to do with him. It has to do with him and his mama. She can call that man daddy all she wants to. I ain't gotta call that man daddy. I don't even like the man. And from all I've known, y'all were best friends at first. When the fuck did y'all become fucking buddies and now that's your husband and now you calling this man daddy?
well,
Nope,
that was
calling bullshit
explained
when I
too.
see it. I didn't believe the story when I seen it. I didn't believe Monique when she gave out them false ass little bullshit out her mouth because when it's all said and done, you should have thought about your child first. You chose your career in the beginning of your child's life over your child. So now you want the child to feel some type of way or kick your ass. No ma'am, no ham, no turkey beans or spam. No.
Well,
Bullshit.
here's the thing though, King. It's women on a everyday basis that choose their career over their kids as well. It's in the moment. It's not me choosing. Here's something that somebody taught me a long time ago. Okay, parents only do the best that they can do with the knowledge that they have. We have a whole compared to what our parents know and what to do and all of these, we got access to so much now. They didn't have all of that. So parents only do what they can do. That's the best that they know. And they do the best that they can. The question is were you in danger? Where you like, if they did the best that they could do to provide for you, no, I might have not done everything that I could do for you mentally. And I'm here trying to fix that. And all we can do is either move forward or get some therapy. That's why I said the public shouldn't be this is nothing for the public to hear. It's for them to sit down, either go to a therapist or talk amongst each other and figure it out. Now, at this point, it do seem like they're gonna need a therapist because they need some guidance to get
Yeah,
through.
please. They've been to the
Same.
therapist when the whole situation started, and I'm gonna
Well, I
say
mean,
what
I'm
it
sure
is.
a lot of us
Because
on this
I do
platform.
feel like I feel like he's crying out for his mother. Believe it or not, that's just how
He
I see it.
is crying out for his
And
mother.
she doesn't see it, and he doesn't see it. I literally see that's what's happening. He
Like,
wants to be a
I,
part
I,
of his mother's life, not about the fame or anything like that. That has nothing to do. It seems like he wants to be a part of his mother's life, and
he
he wants
most
his daughter
definitely.
to
He
have a
most
grandmother.
definitely wants to be a part of his mother's life because it's a cry out for a mother's attention. It's a cry out for help. See, what most people don't realize is when growing up, the first person a young man or a young black man realizes is his number one fan is his mother. Why? Because he spent 9 months growing inside of her and getting to know or getting nurtured by this one female. So everything that all that shit Monique saying is bullshit. Y'all can say what you want. Y'all can feel how y'all feel. Unfortunately, this is allegedly speaking, and this is my opinion. But I just call bullshit when I see it. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I can't. My thing is I can't call it bullshit because I don't know if it's bullshit. I don't know if it's the truth because I'm not a part of that.
I'm with you on the king. I feel like it's bullshit.
No, I'm with you too, King. With it, I think it's bullshit as well. Because even if, why do she feel as if she got to keep coming back to keep, whether the question is asked or not? Once this young man just said how he felt, why do you keep coming back? And then you
Okay,
put
so
City in it. It don't have to be.
so
And
my
yet she
thing
just
is,
came back again. I don't know if y'all seen it, but she just came back again. She just did a whole new a comedy show, and
so
she spoke about it
I know
again.
y'all used to.
And
So here's my thing. It's like there is no, when we talk about celebrities sometime, I feel like we forget the human aspect of people a lot of time. And I'm like, so I feel like the reason she keeps coming back to Justify is because there is some type of guilt that's there. She knows she fucked up. Like she said, I wasn't there as much as I should have been. And I know that. I'm trying to make it right. But you only got the tools that you got. And Monique, I don't want to say that because she just got over that hump of being saying she's difficult. But but my thing is she's very honest. Like if you haven't ever went to one of her shows, like she's very honest about the shit she has to deal with and why she is the way she is. And so in being to several of her shows, I'm just looking like, yeah, I can see you and your son bumping heads. Yeah, I get it. I see it. I see why. Because yeah, I would bump heads with you too.
well, I still call it bullshit. Uh, but hopefully we won't have to hear no more. Hopefully she's done. Hopefully they go to counseling and get this resolved. Hopefully she have some type of part in her family's, I mean her son's life. King, you had something to say?
I'm just tired of hearing about it. I hope it's over. I'm done with it and moving on to something else. Because if she don't, the public gonna keep doing what they gonna keep doing. They're gonna keep eating her ass up. Shay Shay gonna keep eating her ass up. She's just not gonna be satisfied until it turns into a situation that she didn't want it to, and that's it.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, it is what it is on that. King's Court.
Oh well, guys. Unfortunately, tonight's episode it is now King's Corner. Tonight's episode, I so
I said it wrong. It's King's Corner. Sometimes we have King's Corner. Sometimes we have King's
well
Court.
this
But
week
King's
we're
Corner
doing
tonight.
King's Corner because in as I sit in the corner of my home when I got this information or received it throughout the entire weekend, I was honestly, not only was I heartbroken, I was disgusted, I was upset, and honestly, the biggest question that I had was why. So here this past weekend, last Sunday, the Kansas City Chiefs did win their third Super Bowl title this year, Super Bowl 58. And as we all know, all of us Kansas City natives, anytime the Kansas City Chiefs win a Super Bowl or anything exciting happens with any one of our teams, we have a big old parade. Well, this past Wednesday was the biggest parade the Kansas City Chiefs could have had throughout the year of 2024. Sadly, this parade led to a big altercation, which led out into a shootout. Over 20 individuals were shot at, harmed, and had to be hospitalized because of a cruel act of nature due to our younger generation of kids. As you can see in these multiple pictures that are being shown, these are the events that transpired that Wednesday. And it's just I don't really know what too much to say because I really don't understand why. A group of young black teenagers got into an altercation, and there are multiple reports. TMZ went through all of this throughout the entire week, and each time I got a report, I cried because the kids and individuals that got hurt, not only did they get hurt, it led to a woman who lost her life. These children were every bit of under the age of 16 years old that were hospitalized or injured due to the countless negative effects that shouldn't have happened. I mean, I really don't know what too much to say, but it's time for my city to get better. It's time for us to wake the fuck up because we're killing each other and not realizing we're doing just what they want us to do. How many more lives need to be lost, or how many more individuals, our young people, are this is literally crazy. The amount of pictures that I have had to look at, from the pictures the producer is showing you guys, from the pictures that if you go on TMZ and look at it, the countless amount of blood that's around on the ground, a countless amount of lives that could have been injured, all due to countless gun violence. I mean, I don't know if you guys have suffered from this type of things in you guys' city.
I'm really saddened that this happened. I'll say that. Especially after a really big, exciting game that it's supposed to be a celebration, but instead of a celebration, end up being sadly. Um, I do feel like this is why I'm not a really big concert, and this concert being a big crowd, I'm not even that type of person because nowadays these things just keep happening. And I feel like these gun laws are just no one's really doing anything with it. It's just how I feel. So I like try my best to if I were to go to a concert, I don't want to be in the middle. I'm really picky. Really picky with like club scene and all of that. So yeah, I'm really saddened this has happened. Um, I'm not
Tay,
sure
Tay,
what
Tay,
we
what
could
are your
do
thoughts on
next
this?
time to make it better. Say it again.
No, I was asking Tay, what are your thoughts on this?
The sad part is it's definitely sad, and stuff like that actually hits home. You know, it's definitely ridiculous, especially losing people when it's like a parade of things, especially when it was like the whole looting thing, and you just it just sucks. And like you said, rest in peace to the lady of the two children that actually lost, their parent. But to hear even over, I think it was about 23 or more of them that
Mm-hmm.
even went to one hospital, but just even to know that was injured, and a lot of them would rank from the ages from like you said, I think from like 6 to 16 or 6 to 15.
16 down.
That's
Mm-hmm.
horrible because even today's life, even when I was living in Wisconsin, it's just a matter of people shooting and innocent young ones is the ones that actually lose their lives. Even though these young kids was injured, but that still hurts. you know. So it's just ridiculous. It's really ridiculous, and I'm with you, King. It's sad because that was actually a good moment for Kansas City. Yes, they won the Super Bowl a few times, but you can't even have a parade. You can't even celebrate. And Ken, you asked about do things like this happen in other cities, but it's just the same here. We have Pride Parade. They cut down the Billy Parade, and then they end up coming to our Pride Parade just to shoot openly. And it's just ridiculous. So yeah, I'm not. Of course, I'm sure we all not going to agree with it, but my heart is there heavily with that because, especially when it comes to the youth and the young ones, I don't like it at all.
Ebony.
So I just believe that I look at other countries and I look at how a lot of them don't have to deal with gun violence like we do now. There are a lot that do. However, I look at some countries and I just be like, how can we get to that? And even if we were to, the problem with the U.S. is that even if we were to tighten up on gun laws now, it's like, yeah, law abiding citizens like ourselves would do what's right. But the criminals, yeah, no, you're gonna need to keep a gun or two just because they ain't gonna do what's right anyway. So it's sad that you can't go to a parade and just enjoy yourself without somebody shooting up the parade. Yeah, like Cadero, I'm very picky about where I go. I was actually invited to a party this past weekend, and I was like, "Where is that?" And they said where it was, and I was like, "Nah, I'll pass." You know,
Mhm.
hey,
I'm
and
that
it's
person.
just everybody in those you hate to stereotype an area, but you just be like, nah. More than more likely, I'm a lead there, even if I don't get shot. My car might not be there when I come out. I don't. Nah, I'm good.
And I agree with one of the viewers. There were ulterior motives, and you are most definitely correct. And I literally sit here and I fight back the tears because the more I keep looking at the pictures, just the more I continue to feel the pain of those who may have not been, shot, may have not been injured, but you are here at a parade to celebrate the national championship of your team, your favorite football team, and just to imagine, what if you had a brand new baby there, or a child who was 5 or 6 years old and they want to experience this lifetime of actually being able to see football players come down a moment, and they have just that one split second they can lose their life. Like at some point, we as Kansas City natives, as Americans, have to understand at one point will it stop? How many more lives are we going to continue to lose? Or how many more lives are we just going to keep not giving a care about? Because when you look into the report, and this will kind of be my last thing on it because I want to move on from it. But when you read it, it wasn't people in their 30s and their 40s that were acting a fool. These are young people in their teens, in their early 20s. What possessed y'all? The two teenagers that got charged, and then the one teenager that they still are have. I just want to know what possessed y'all. Like these are events where children are present. These are events, and honestly, now that I think about it, the position is what possessed y'all. Y'all just really don't care. Like it's ridiculous, and
And
it
I'm
has to stop.
and so like I just seen the Bad Boys Club they put there, and it was like parents need to be responsible for their children. I I hear that a lot, but I be like, sometimes, because sometimes a parent can do every and anything that they could possibly do to keep their kids out of trouble. But for some reason, back in the day, we didn't really glorify hood life like that. Like back in our day, it was like, child, do everything you can to like get out of the hood. And now kids who are middle class and above children, they don't have to live in the hood, and they trying to go back to they trying to live like they in the hood. And I'm like, baby, that ain't what you see on TV is not what the hood is about. And like I was saying, you can do everything to give to your kids. Like I knew a young man, and I knew he didn't fit in a group because all the other kids was wearing hand-me-downs. But then I look at him, and I'm like, baby, I know some daddy's been playing with your teeth because them teeth was white, they was straight. I said, nah, baby, that baby don't belong here. Come to find out, his parents work for the city downtown. He got big money, but you over here playing in the hood. And I don't understand the glorification of hood life. I mean, if you really want to look at it, look at T.I. son out here. Bruh, what? We know
True.
you didn't grow up in the hood.
True. True.
But
And
I
I
also
hate
feel
that.
like nowadays we glorify it on TV, like you said, the baddies, the Bad Girls Club, all these other reality shows. We're glorifying like fighting and throwing drinks and all of that. Like it's the thing now.
Now the
Mm-hmm.
Bad Boys Club did bring up something. He said that they now wait a minute, baby, because that was good. They said that they are raising them to be bad and recording it. You ain't
Yeah.
never lied. I miss, that bring up some nostalgia. Y'all know we didn't have camera. Thank God. We didn't have camera phones back then. Oh my God.
Mm-mm.
Y'all imagine? Oh, the shit
Yeah. No, we didn't.
Okay.
Oh, baby.
Now anytime you do something, somebody holding up
Man.
the phone.
Baby, if they would have had camera for I would have got my dad would have hung me from a tree. You hear me?
Man.
Lord.
All right. Well, it is what it is on that. Now we're going to move right along to Ebony.
So, what's up, fam? We bringing y'all. Oh, we're gonna start with Commune with E. Okay, well, let me back it up.
Yeah. Cause I was ready for it because I'm like, oh, we ready to go into it. Oh,
Yeah. Okay, so hey there, gorgeous Hughes. Welcome to another episode, and it's time for Commune with E. We're about to dive into the wild and wonderful world of country music with a twist. Now, you might think of country music as cowboy hats and pickup trucks, but let me tell you, there's a whole lot more flavor to it than that. We're talking about a genre that's as diverse as a bag of Skittles and just as colorful. Picture this: the banjo, the backbone of many country tunes. Did you know it's got roots that run deep in African culture? Yep, that's right. Our ancestors brought that twang to the table, and we've been picking and grinning ever since. And let's not forget about the storytelling. Country music loves a good old tale. And who better to spin a yarn than us beautiful Hughes? Hey, little Nas. Hey, K. Michelle. Hey, Kiki Wyatt. Hey, Beyonce. And Monica, girl, I heard you on your way with a country music album, too. Fantasia, we didn't forget about you in that American Idol stage. Ugly, how they trying to keep us out of something we created, ain't it? We've got story for days, honey. What y'all think about our country music roots in this old black culture that we had put together, baby?
Story for days, I agree with. Yes, country music to me it's just like, well, I don't know if it's going. I won't say hand in hand, but country music is always telling a story. The blues always has a story to tell, and yeah, I think us black culture, yeah, has a lot to tell. So I
Well,
think we
you
need
know
to
what,
just keep.
Cadero? Cadero, guess what?
Mhm.
You right. It's hand in hand. Cause I'm gonna tell
Okay.
you something. I don't know about y'all, but y'all remember ham bone, where you been? Been around the world,
Yes.
ain't going again.
Yes.
King, what do you think about this?
You know what? You honestly, I'm gonna tell you my first thought about it. I'm gonna be real. I never knew how deep the black roots were or black culture was when it came to country music. But my first initial thought. So I don't know if you guys remember this movie, and God, I really hope I don't remember forget the name of it. But it was a movie that started on Netflix, and it was an amazing movie. Um,
Brokeback Mountain? I'm just playing. I'm just
no, chill. No, we're definitely not talking about the broke of the back of the mountain, but we can catch that tea later. But anyway,
Y'all crazy.
this movie, and I really hate that I cannot remember the name of it because it was actually a really good movie. Although it was 2 hours long, I actually like watching it. It was about the black cowboys and black cowgirls that was actually in the South, and it told the story of how they were the first before there was any other type of cowboys and cowgirls. There were those first black African American cowgirls and cowboys that ran the South.
mm-hmm.
When I seen this movie, I was all into it. And then after seeing the movie, I actually went and researched the people that they were each playing.
Yeah.
Found out that those people, oh baby, the black folks used to run the South,
Oh
not
yeah.
just now, but baby, even the country times to them. How the cowboy, they ran them time. So I love it. It just amazes me how much of the black culture is not only just one segment of the United States, but it's honestly worldwide.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mhm.
The harder they fall. Thank you, Bad Boys Club. That movie, baby.
Oh, babe, I
Whew.
thought you was talking about an old movie.
No, well, we all not
Yeah, but
venturing.
my
We not out
dad.
venturing into the old ass lane right now.
Yeah,
I,
well,
I,
my dad, he was very into cowboy movies, right? And you do have black cowboys like Bass Reeves and Bill Pickett and Boyce. I cannot think of Boyce's last name, but and then you had Nate Love. So you had a lot of black cowboys that people don't know about. I know, y'all. I just showed myself like the nerd that I am. I know, I get it.
long as you understand it, you know. But go ahead.
But yeah, like you did. So Tay, what do what do you think
Yeah.
about this good old historical
Now
back?
look. All right, not King. I was actually with you. Because I really didn't know it went that far back as well. You know, even with us, the African Americans, even going all the way back to Africa, just with the instruments and stuff alone. And go back to what you was just talking about, how they was going to have cowboys and all of those other things. It amazes me because when it comes to even with country music, and I actually had this conversation with my grandfather the other day, because of course the popular song they brought back out was Tennessee Whiskey, and you had Kiki Wyatt that started singing it,
Ooh,
but then you also had Chris Stapleton. So and this is one of the questions that I asked my grandfather, and I want to know what y'all think about this, especially you, Ebony. What do you think makes country music? Is it the music itself, or is it the voice, the way somebody sings, that makes it country because they have that twang as country?
I'm gonna tell you right now. Coming from me, it's neither one of those two. It's the story behind it.
Okay.
And that's what me when it comes to music for me to be able to really get into a song or really be able to like a song, it's the story that comes behind the song. And for instance, you just named one of my favorite country songs by Chris Stapleton, Tennessee Whiskey. Now I've heard that it's been remade several of different times. I could care less about all that. But the version that I heard from Chris Stapleton, I love the version of Tennessee Whiskey. Baby, you can play Tennessee Whiskey on my phone all day, and I ain't gonna be
Like,
mad about it at all. Cause
Me
I
neither.
initially love country music, but again, there was Reba McEntire. I loved Reba when she was doing her good old hold down. Dolly Parton, I love me some Dolly Parton. And it's just like I said, it's not the music, it's the storyline that become behind the music.
Okay. And that's by the way, yes, Chris Stapleton. I don't care who are remaking. You had the best voice ever. It's just something that the way he put that soul in it, is how he sing that song. Is just it's amazing. You know what I'm saying? But when you go back to the music, and that was one, and that's the reason why I asked that question, because I was hearing a lot of different things. It was okay, well, the music. So I'm like, well, it can't just be the instruments, in my opinion, because I'm like, even if you want to take it all the way back to the roots, we started that. But then I also was hearing people say, oh, well, it took the voice because they had that country slang, so they could sing the same songs we sing, and because you put this voice on there, it made it country. And I'm like, well,
And see, I'm a because I guess because I am an artist, it for me it's the music as well